us as a country, I feel we're right in the middle of a revolution in energy in particular.
It's becoming pretty clear that climate change is here, it is happening, and it's accelerating. And I think as a result, you almost have an obligation to do what you need to be done today. And I think what we're trying to do at Mulilo is twofold, really. One, provide power, and two, do it on a sustainable basis, that we can play our part of transitioning South Africa's energy and the world's energy to renewable.
Working on these projects is quite a relentless process, and you need very, very committed and talented people to solve the issues that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. The renewable sector is a very competitive process, and the technology is moving incredibly fast. And I think it makes it much easier being in a company where you've got passionate people. So they're passionate about making a difference to the planet, they're passionate about reducing the carbon footprint of the country, and they're just generally passionate about the industry.
And I think we as Mulilo have spent an enormous amount of time focused on trying to ensure the impact that we have on building these large-scale renewable energy facilities, which puts power into the grid, which I suppose helps the country on a macro level, also then helps the communities we close by on a micro level. Investing into the communities from an education point of view, from a healthcare point of view, some supporting local clinics, early childhood development, but then seeing what we can do from a long-term point of view to change the dynamic and the story around these towns.
We decided very early on when it comes to the community that we weren't going to outsource any of these incentives. So we've had amazing success. We've put hundreds of students through tertiary education. We've got every cent that the company spends on these initiatives gets passed down to the community. So we're very proud of what we've done.
So that's the wonderful thing about the Mulilo Bursary Fund. We've got a great reputation in the community. So everybody wants to be part of it, and it's largely because old graduates have come in and are now sowing the seeds of, you have the potential to do this. I always say this, I not only work for a company that's changing energy, but they are changing lives. And I say that with no reservation.
It's really heartwarming to be a part of that sustainable future and be able to say that you could make a difference.
We are setting the table for a much better future for our children, and I think that's a very important part of what we do.
I think that this energy crisis is a big challenge, but I think South Africans are incredibly resilient. We've been through a difficult time as a country, but what's exciting for me is if we can build this renewable energy sector, solve the energy crisis, we then have cheap energy, we can do huge things in this country.